G'day everyone, and thanks for stopping by today. I've got these products here that I'll be using today, and these will be listed over on my website and that link down below. So I've got some distressed oxide inks, and these are the colours that I'll be using. I've also got this AliExpress stamp, and I've had this for quite a while, and I've got some Nina Solar white cardstock. I've got my homemade embossing buddy. I'm also going to be using my favourite embossing powder, and I've got VersaFine sepia ink for the tree. I've also got a water spray bottle here also. Now I've got candied apple ink here, and I'm going to be using that for the leaves, hearts and flowers, whichever one that I use. I've also got some blending brushes, and I'm going to start off by blending some colour onto this Nina Solar white cardstock. Now this cardstock is £110 and it is really good quality cardstock as well. So I'm not thinking about where it's going. I know that I just want to put 3 of these colours down onto this cardstock. Now I have been recently invited to a private ATC swap, so I thought I would give it a go this month, and it sounded like heaps of fun. So I've got one of my subscribers got in touch with me, Natalie, and she has invited me. So there are 4 other girls, including Natalie, and we are all in Australia. So just a small group, and just thought it would be fun just to join along. So Natalie has picked what stamps that we have to use on our ATCs, and it's going to be plants or trees. The ATCs are also going to be a little bit bigger than normal ATCs, so these ones will be 3 inches by 4 inches. So I have lost my mojo lately, especially with everything that's going on in the world. And this ATC challenge came at a great time. So I loved using my Distress Oxide inks because they are very forgiving. So as you can see, it is a little bit blotchy, but when I actually spray some water on it, it will sort of all come together as well. So this is what I do love about Distress Oxide inks. So just trying to blend them all in together with each colour. So now I'm just spraying a little bit of water and just getting a paper towel and just blotting that off. So just once again, just splattering on some water, and then I'll just dry this all off. Now I do have this script stamp here, and I'm sorry, I do not know where I got this from, but I do love it. I've got some Distress Oxide ink in walnut stain, and I've got a blending tool here that I'm going to use just to get this ink into the stencil. So this is really a fine script stencil, and I've just got to make sure that it subtly goes through. So just checking it every now and then, and as you can see, it's just a subtle background, and that's all I want. So I'll just dry this off quickly with my heat gun. Now because these are going to be ATCs, I'm just going to cut this up. So I'm going to cut them to 3 inches to 4 inches. So the original cardstock was 6 inches by 8 inches. So this will make some really nice sized ATCs. So once again, I've just got my walnut stain here and I've got my ink blending tool and just going around the outside of these ATCs to finish them off. Now I love my tonic stamping platform. I use this quite often. So I've got my Ranger's clear embossing powder also, and I want to make sure that the trees are stamped in exactly the same place on all of my ATCs. Now I am going to be using my VersaFine Vintage Sepia ink here because it's a tree, it's going to be a nice colour to do these. Now I do have my container of Ranger's Superfine embossing powder in clear to the side. So each time I'm stamping, I'll apply some embossing powder to the stamped image. So I'll just dry all of 4 cards off using my heat gun. So I decided to go for the leaves on this, and I'm just going to use Candied Apple Distress Oxide ink to apply this. I'll also do the same technique and add some clear embossing powder to this as well. The Distress Oxide ink also stays wet for a little longer as well, which is a good thing as the embossing powder sticks to it. And I'll just dry all these off using my heat gun. You can also see how vibrant the Candied Apple comes out as well after using the embossing powder. Now to finish off, I do have some stickers here, and I've just printed these up on some sticker sheets. And I'm just going to cut apart the words and just place them randomly on these cards. Now I do have an Art Studio pigment liner here, and I'm just going to go around all my words just in this black ink here, just so they pop off the cards. And that's my ATC cards ready for this swap. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to this channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, happy crafting. See ya!